One night, 10,000 years ago, an ancient human eats something rotten. 10 minutes later, he's laughing. 20 minutes later, he's singing. 30 minutes later, he's dancing around a fire while the entire tribe stares at him like he's lost his mind. Nobody has ever seen this before. Nobody knows what's happening. And what they do next will accidentally help create civilization itself. This sounds impossible, but it actually happened. And the strangest part? Your life is still being affected by it right now.
Think about this. Every major civilization in human history discovered alcohol. Not some of them, all of them. Ancient China, ancient Georgia, ancient Mesopotamia, ancient Egypt. Different continents, different languages, different cultures, yet somehow they all arrived at the exact same discovery. Why? Was alcohol really that important? Or did it give humans something far more valuable than a temporary buzz?
Imagine waking up 10,000 years ago. There is no alarm clock, no house, no bed, no police, no hospitals, no supermarkets. Just cold air, hunger, and a tribe of 50 people trying not to die. Every day is survival. Every meal could be your last. And when you're hungry enough, you'll eat almost anything. Which brings us to the most important piece of fruit in human history. It has been sitting in a container for days, maybe weeks. The smell is strange, sweet, powerful, almost suspicious. Most people would throw it away. An ancient human does the opposite. He takes a bite.
At first, nothing happens. Then something happens. His body feels warmer. His fear starts fading. The world becomes lighter, funnier, friendlier. For the first time in human history, a human being experiences intoxication. Not because he wanted to. Not because he understood it. Because nature accidentally ran a chemistry experiment. And humans became obsessed with the result.
Now here's where the story gets weird. Scientists discovered something shocking. Your body was preparing for alcohol millions of years before alcohol became a thing. Humans carry a gene called ADH4 that helps break down ethanol. And this gene evolved roughly 10 million years ago. Think about what that means. Long before farming, long before villages, long before civilization, our ancestors were already eating fermented fruit from forest floors, getting slightly intoxicated, and surviving because of it. In other words, the relationship between humans and alcohol may be older than human civilization itself.
But none of that explains the biggest mystery. Why didn't humans stop? Why keep making it? Why turn it into rituals, celebrations, traditions? The answer may have changed the world. Because alcohol did something extremely powerful. It turned strangers into friends. Imagine meeting another tribe 10,000 years ago. That encounter could end with trade, or it could end with someone dead. Trust was rare, but sharing fermented drinks created social bonds. People relaxed, cooperated, connected. For perhaps the first time, large groups of unrelated humans could gather peacefully. And once humans learned how to gather peacefully, everything changed.
Now, prepare for the craziest part of the story. Most people believe humans started farming grain to make bread. Sounds reasonable. Except some historians think they may be completely wrong. There is another theory, a much stranger theory. What if humans started farming grain because they wanted more alcohol? Seriously, think about the implications. Cities, governments, trade, writing, laws, civilization itself. All of it may trace back to one simple desire, to make sure the fermented drinks never ran out. One accidental discovery, one curious ancestor, one piece of rotten fruit, and suddenly
human history takes a completely different path.
Tonight, somewhere on Earth, millions of people will raise a glass at weddings, at celebrations, at family gatherings, at moments they want to remember forever. Most of them will think they're participating in a modern tradition. They're not. They're participating in a ritual older than nations, older than writing, older than history itself. A ritual that began when an ancient human found something that should have been thrown away and decided to taste it anyway. He didn't know it at the time, but that single decision may have helped shape the world you live in today.